come back to the next part, that is to calculate the salary of the employee. By calculating the employee database, I'm going to share with you a blank data sheet or the data sheet of Excel, where we will calculate the annual sheet of the employee database. We have type all this data like this, where you will type the employee name, you will type their age, their city, their department where they work, and the basic pay, their salary, the basic salary which they get. So we will calculate the allowance that they will get contributing with their basic pay. So to calculate the HRA of an employee, we need to click on the HRA value to be calculated and will give equal sign. HRA will be house rent allowance and it will be calculated according to the percentage. Different government organization like state and central government or semi-state government, so these organization or office have their own percentage in dealing with the salary. So let me assume my own percentage. So I will calculate as 10%. 10% multiply by basic pay. Click on the basic pay. So my house rent allowance will be 5,000. To calculate the DA, equal sign, this is the dearest allowance, then we will calculate according to the percentage. Assume I will give it as 9%. 9% into, again, basic pay. Repeat the step, we get the DA. And for the provident fund equal, then we have, suppose my provident fund will be 15%, I will give 15% into, again, basic pay. GP is the gross pay, the total sum of the salary that I will be getting after adding all the allowance to the basic. So giving the equal sign, since it is the total salary, I will use the sum function. So using the sum function, I will calculate all my sum from basic pay till provident fund. So in this way, my total pay from 50,000 will increase to 67,000, including all allowance. Net pay. Net pay is the pay that we receive in hand. It is not yet the final pay because the final pay is in the gross pay, which is 67,000, which we will not get all this in hand because we will be deducted with the GPF, that is the provident fund. So the NP is the pay that I get in hand, equal GP minus provident fund. So the pay that I'm going to get in hand from 67,000 is only 59,500 because the remaining provident fund will be given to me only after I resign or after my retirement. So in this way, we get the NP. So you will repeat the process here of the calculation. When you feel that you can do it by heart, you can then click on the cells and fill the rest and automatically fill the rest. In this way, we calculate the salary of the employee. So now we come back to the process where we will again count the department. You know that using the count if, we count the department, number of department. I will just repeat again over here using the count if function. So using the count if function once again, range, like I'm doing before, range, I select all division. Now because it's not the division, it is the department. So I will collect all the department, ranging every department. In the criteria, I will select only that department I want to count. So I click OK, then I fill and I get the department. So in this way, I will edit the other work like the heading, bold, give it more size, that is too much. Okay, this heading, And of course, the calculation, I will give a highlight because I will send this copy to your file so that you will calculate whatever I have done. You will calculate all the pink background for yourself, and even how to write your heading and give the formatting of the page as a whole. Select the page as a whole, and you can even go to give your formatting. Okay, so we get the formatting of your choice, but I prefer it to be this way, so I'll keep it this way. Thank you. The quarterly sales data are of the regions and 4 quarters. In the region, we have the north, the south, the east, west with the total. We are going to type these data accordingly. Now, in order to calculate the total of the data, we will calculate first the total down here. So, typing here with the equal sign, okay? So, we are going to calculate the sum. Calculate the sum of the quarters. It is as usual, like calculate the sum like we used to do. So we'll calculate B3 to B6. That is B3 to B6. But if we want to do it by our own, we will select from B3 to B6 and we will get our total. The same way to do this by just dragging all the total. We will get the total. In the same way, to calculate the total over here, we're going to give equal sign and click the sum option and click OK, and again drag from the fill handle down. In this way, we get the total. And to calculate the total percent of the quarterly sales data, it is like the moment we look at it, it is like the calculation of the percentage of the marks report. But here the calculation is different because the data here in the quarterly sales data are greater or above 100. So the marks report are all below 100 marks. But this quarterly sales, they increased 100 above. So the percentage is different. So to calculate the percentage here, we need equal sign. Like as it is, we click on the total. Total divided by $sign. We are going to give our own formula. Like we used to have our mathematic formula. For example, like to calculate the algebra a plus b whole thing square, something like that. So we also have our own formula. So we click on the total value, that is the total value. The first value is 5,500 in F3. So we click on the total value, we get F3 divided by what? By $sign, the formula. By $sign, shift with this 4, we get the $sign. $sign what? The $sign F. Why F? Because this F belongs to the home of the total value. Total is in the column F. That's why we specify here $sign F. If the total belongs to the column G, H, I, we will write vice versa as accordingly. But it belongs to column F, so we write here, we type here. So we type here F. And the column again F again, then again we give $sign till the row. Where did the total end in a row? It ends in a row 7. So if the total value ends in a row 10, we will type 10. But it ends in the row 7, we will also type here 7. In this way, we get the total percentage of the quarterly sales data. In this way, we calculate the total sales data. So here we have calculated this and it's done. But here in the same page, in the same sheet, I would like to teach you the chart, how to insert chart in Excel. To insert chart in Excel, we have to select the data. Let us select from region till total. We will exclude total percent because it will contradict. So we are taking only till total to see the statistic of the chart. Select the data we want to invoke the chart. Then we go to the insert chart and click on the column chart. Column chart are those type of charts which we invoke in any data that compare value across category. When we see the quarterly sales data, here also it shows that it compares the quarter 1 to the quarter 2 to the quarter 3 to the quarter 4 and vice versa. So it shows that the column chart is fit for this type of chart because it compares the value across this category. So let's us learn the chart one by one first. The line chart are those type of chart which we can use in data which display trends over time. That means it's fluctuate. Tomorrow, let's take the example of sales. Suppose tomorrow I sell very well and the next day it's very less, and again the next day I sell less, and again the next day it's increasing. My sale is increasing again. The fluctuation in my sale will be determined in the line chart, or the stock market, or the network, or anything which fluctuate, which shows the rise and fall. We use the line chart. So the pie chart are used to that type of data where we see that the value, all the value displayed will be contribute into a total. Seeing the quarterly sales data, we find that quarter 1, quarter 2, 3, 4, after all, it value into a total. It calculate into a total. So seeing this, we know that this pie chart is also applicable for quarterly sales data. You can apply pie chart here in quarterly sales data also. Moving to the bar chart, the bar chart are those chart type which is best for comparing multiple values. When the values are vast, when the values are multiple, like sales of today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and then the sales will be calculating daily and into months and into years. These are multiple value sales. So that type of data will be applicable for the bar chart. Area chart are those type of charts which emphasize difference between several sets of data over a period of time. The area of the chart will be vast. And we use the scatter chart. Scatter chart are those type of charts which have the X and Y axis, like doing the histogram or the statistical work in maths and so on. Anything that we use statistic, it is applicable for the scatter chart. And other charts are less important, which we will talk later. So these are the main basic chart types which we are going to learn for now. So let us insert the column chart. I will take any sample from here. This is just a sample. It has nothing to do, it's just a style. So I will take the first style itself. So in the first style itself, I'm inserting the column chart which shows the north is the blue, the south is the maroon, and the east is the green, the west is the purple, and the total is the light blue. So here this is called a legend, which shows the significance of the color in the chart. We will format this and give it a fill color, that is the fill color of the legend. We can also change it. We can also change the color of the text from here if you want to change the color of the text. We can also change the color of the chart to make it attracting. So we go to format and give a light chart background in it, and again we can click on here and give a darker foreground, which will look good, and give it gradient so that it will shine. In this way, we want to insert the title on top of this chart. So how to insert the title? We click on the chart first and go back to the layout and search for the chart title. So let's take the chart title above the chart, and here you will retype it as quarterly sales data. Quarterly sales data. So in the same way, you can apply color over here and give any color of your choice, and again click again and give the text color of your choice. In this way, we are dealing with the chart. If we can give the color or change the dash or anything we can do, you can practice and explore yourself about the chart one by one as you go further. So thank you for the basic of Excel. I will see you in the next part of the session, that is the advanced Excel. Thank you. This is Jolene Michelle Lingdo. Make it a great day.